Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am Denise Newsome, and you are watching the Denise Newsome Show, the show that highlights the diversity of gifts and talents. Please like, share to your social media pages, give us some hearts, give us some tags. Someone comment and subscribe. I'm sorry. This evening we will be in your element with Miss Rea, also known as Rea. She has been doing makeup for 23 years. Rea has worked with companies like MAC Cosmetics and L'Oreal for over 12 years and has done makeup for various TV shows, movies, and New York City Fashion Week. In 2020, Rea started Miss Rea Lashes, where she sell her own brand of mink lashes, all the women who inspired her life's journey thus far. Through Miss Rea's Lashes, you can also book appointments for makeup application, lessons, and lash applications. Today, she will be doing a smoky eye lesson with her favorite makeup products and of lashes from her line. But before we bring her on, we are going to take a commercial break.
Dr. Kiana Battle gives service from the heart, focusing on training, education, and professional development. Specialty areas include grief and loss, trauma, informed practice, policy development, grant writing development, public school social work education, professional presentation, and youth and adolescent development. Consulting service fees are based on specific specialty areas. There is no charge for the initial consulting. You can contact Dr. Kiana Battle today by emailing her at info@kbattleconsulting.com or visit her website at www.kbattleconsulting.com.
How are you, Rea?
I am good. Hello.
I want to just mention about when you did my makeup, when I did the photo shoot. I still say I was probably your worst customer, your worst client. The first thing I said. I'm sorry.
Everyone thinks that. It's not so.
It's not. Well, thank you for making me feel good. But I want to say this, that the first thing I said to you is that I don't want eyelashes and give me light makeup. Before I know it, I was just like, Sharia, take me away. You were just so professional, and your lashes is amazing. I thought lashes was very, very heavy, but it was so light. It
Mm-hmm.
was so light. It was so light. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am not going to prolong anymore. In your element with Sharia.
All right. Hello, Facebook. I am here at the world famous Red Rooster restaurant with the beautiful Raquel. She is the assistant general manager here. She does a lot of events. She deals with celebrities and different walks of life of people. If you know anything about Red Rooster, it is a world famous restaurant. A lot of people come in here. So she has to have her best foot forward. So we're going to do a nice beautiful smoky eye. Everybody always wants to know how to do a smoky eye. Just know it's a process, and I'm going to take you through that process today. We had to do some pre-things, so she has beautiful brows. I already started with one brow, and I'll show you how to do the other one on her. I'm going to start with my brow comb brush. Just brush up some of her brow. I like to see what the brow is really doing on its own. For myself, I never really do anything in my brows. I just kind of get them waxed and leave them like that. But we're going to do a little bit of contour, give her a little bit of sexiness on her brows. So I brushed them up and then kind of combed them. And as you can see, they're already taking a shape of their own. And then we're going to beat it a little bit because we want to get fancy. We're doing a smoky eye, so we want to give her some nice contour. Okay, how you feel, Raquel? You good? You're good. So I'm going to start with some concealer. I'm using MAC Studio Finish Concealer and color NC42, which is a couple of shades lighter than Raquel's skin tone. And I'm using a synthetic brush like this. And I'm just going to, the best way to do this is to apply it as if, think about if you get your eyebrows waxed, where you would put the wax. That's where you're going to put the concealer. So we're just going to do right under her brows like this, as if it was wax. Yeah. Look at that. As you can see, it's already taken shape there, and I didn't even blend it yet. I'm going to go a little bit darker on the color for above her brow. Again, I do like a little bit of bushiness, even though we're going to contour. So the darker color, I'm going to start in the middle out. And the lighter color, the darker color is more like her skin tone. So now we got a nice shape there. Then we're going to take a blending brush. This is 217 from MAC. And kind of blend that concealer down. You don't want to be able to see the concealer. It should look like her brows are just naturally like this. She woke up like this. So you want to blend it all the way out. And I did the other one already for us off camera because this is about smoky eye today. But I know ladies love brows. It does frame my face. So I said I'll do a little brow tutorial. So that's more of a natural beat brow. I'm going to leave the top of her brows here a little bushy because that's what's on trend now. You don't want them too perfect. Just a little bit of contour. All right. Now that her brows are done, we are going to start with her smoky eye. I always do the eyes first. That's just the MAC Cosmetics in me. That's how we were taught. Do all of the hard work first and then just clean up a little bit after. It is a process, so get ready. I'm going to take you step by step. I hope you have some makeup and you're playing with me as we go. And yeah, we're going to do this together. So I'm going to start with an eyeshadow base. I like to use concealer as my eyeshadow base. You can use whatever you want. If you have, MAC makes a really good eyeshadow base. I love to use black-owned products. I love Juvia's Place. They have a really good eyeshadow base. But what I'm going to use on Raquel is the same concealer that I use for her brows. So I'm just going to simply add some of that concealer on her eyelid. What the eyeshadow base does is it holds the eyeshadow all day long. It helps it not to crease. It just keeps it on. You want to, if you're going to take time to do a look like this, you want to see it all day. No creasing. You should be able to take your makeup off at night, not it come off on its own. All right. So now we have a great canvas to work with. Got her little eyeshadow base on, got her brows. We're all ready. Yes, you can look down. That's perfect. Okay. So again, I do like to use Black-owned products. This is the Chocolates palette from Juvia's Place. This is what we're going to use to create our smoky look on Raquel today. Excuse me, it is worn through. As you can see, I use it quite often. I'm going to start with a sparkly color because the smoky eye that we're creating on her is going to be some nice brown, some shimmers, and it's just going to give her a nice sultry palette in the end. So I'm going to start with our base color, which is this one right here. Nice shimmer. So you could go ahead and look down, okay? And I'm going to put it all on her eyelid. And then look at them. You look at the camera. As you can see, it's already getting a little smoky, and we just did one thing. Mm-hmm. So we'll do the other side. Nice sweeping motion. If you are new to makeup and you don't know how to apply eyeshadow, a flat, fluffy brush like this, and then windshield wiper motions. Just like that. So you just want to wipe it across the eye like that. So now what we're going to do is one of the most important parts. And you can do this first or you can do it after. It really all depends, but you must do it. So I'm going to use a warm color. A warm brown. It's kind of like a red brown. As you can see, this is worn through too. I love it so much. This is Max Brown script. But what I'm using this for is to contour her inner crease. What it does is it gives her eye definition. A lot of times when it comes to my personal makeup, I'm a bright lip kind of girl. So I rarely wear eyeshadow. But even if I don't do a full smoky eye or a full beat, because lips are going to be my focus, I always contour my crease just to give my eye definition. Just gonna see the difference there? See, her eye has nice shape. It looks three-dimensional, not just a flat surface with a bunch of color on it. You really want to define it, especially with doing a smoky eye. I say do this with everything, every day. Even if you're not going to wear eyeshadow, at least define your crease. And the good thing about this for those girls who like to really contour their nose and all of that, you could take the same color and kind of just bring it down from that inner crease of your eyelid and give yourself a nice nose contour. So it just really defines the total face at that point. Okay, go Raquel. So now I want you to open up your eyes and look up to the ceiling with just your eyes. Perfect. A lot of people go. Yeah. So that same color I'm going to take under here because we're going to smoke it out a little bit too. But what we want to do is just so she doesn't look like she got punched in her face when we use those dark colors, we want it to look more natural. So we're going to, again, define underneath her eye and get it nice and warm for when we add those darker colors later. It'll all make sense in the end. Remember, ladies, it's a process. I know it's a lot of work. It's a process. But here we are so far. We got her brows done. We got her crease nicely defined. And Now we're going to start to smoke it out. Just so you guys know, everything's been sanitized beforehand. I'm really big on sanitizing products. That's the MAC Cosmetics and me. We used to get in trouble if we don't sanitize properly. We want to make sure everyone's safe, especially with COVID and all that good stuff. I do see your questions popping up. Elaine said something. I missed it. That's Elaine Maddox, one of my best friends. I don't know how to wear eyeshadow, but I love the way it looks. The Elaine lash is named after her. She always has this, I don't want to wear eyeshadow. I don't want to, but when I do her makeup, I put eyeshadow on her. But, you know, it's all about balance in the face. I'm a bright lip girl, so I don't wear a lot of eyeshadow either. It is all about your preference. It's okay. You don't have to put on 7 eyeshadows. You can just wear one and let your lips be the focus, or vice versa. Today, eyes are going to be the focus because we're doing a smoky eye. So we have our nice clean eyeliner. This is the hard part. It gets a little tricky. It is a kohl pencil, so it's you can wear it on the waterline. We're going to put it inside her eye. Again, it's already sanitized and clean. So we're going to go ahead and open up, look up. You might tear a little bit, and that is okay. So I'm going to put it right on your waterline. She's a pro, ladies and gentlemen. You can go ahead and blink. Here we go. This is one of the best parts. It makes the eyes smaller. It gives it that sultry look. This is what's really going to smoke out our palette. So as you can see, it's already looking like something. So after we got our eyeliner on, I'm going to go in with the same eyeshadow that I use on her eyelid and just kind of start smoking it out. So you're going to open and look up again. So here we go. Thank you for everyone that's tuning in and watching. Please send up your questions. My other best friend, Michelle, I usually wear eyeshadow when going to her. She does. She does a really, really good beat. The Michelle lash is named after her. One of my top selling lashes. You guys love the Michelle lash. I thank you for your support whenever you buy my mink lashes. We're going to talk about those later because we're going to put some on Raquel. But yes, Michelle's one of those girls that wears eyeshadows. I'm a makeup artist, and she wears more eyeshadow than me. She is beat all the time. She always does nice things with her eyes. Again, everyone's preference. But she balances her face by wearing a nice nude lip. You always want to keep it balanced. You wouldn't want to wear a dark smoky eye and then a red bright lip. You want to keep it balanced. So look up. So we're getting it in. I am going to add a little bit more sultriness to her eyes. We're going to get some carbon eyeshadow from MAC. We'll walk behind you and come over here to my little kit here. Nope, it's on the other side. Excuse me, guys. Here it is. So we're going to use carbon eyeshadow. Thank you for your amazing work and professionalism. Hi, Jeff. Jeff is a photographer that I work with. I met Denise through Jeff because we're always working together. I do a lot of his clients. I'm doing makeup, and I'm always checking the camera like, does it look good? He's like, you're always great. Get out of here. I love you, Jeff. Thank you so much. So we're going to use carbon, which is black eyeshadow. So I'm not going to look up a little bit. Open and look up. So we're not going to go all the way. I'm just going to go right close to the lash line. Again, we want to get that smoky look. You don't always have to use black for a smoky eye because smoky eye is a technique, not a color. But the look that we're creating, I want to get it a little bit more carbonized. So that's why we're using it. Smoke up and look down. And put a little bit up on top. Michelle said, how do you feel about black women wearing blue eyeshadow? I'm personally not a fan of it. I'm not, but art is open to interpretation. I say it's not for me, but I wouldn't rule it out. I used to watch the show. I can't think of the name of it. Oh, Girlfriends, one of my favorite shows back in the days. And they would always make fun of the character Tony because she always wore blue eyeshadow. They used to be like, your blue eyeshadow, wrong. If you really, really know how to do makeup and you know how to make it work, I say go for it. I don't think it's something that I would go to every day. However, I would say that blue pops on brown skin. If you have a color wheel, you know anything about color theory, blue does stand out. So just be mindful of how you're applying it, because no matter what, on our brown skin, blue is going to pop. So if you're going to do it, you want to do it correctly, okay? Make sure you know what you're doing. And I would say start with eyeliner, maybe a blue eyeliner, start from there, and then kind of take it up from there if that's something you want to do. Keep it towards the darker blue tones. I definitely wouldn't put like light blue. Okay, but art is up to interpretation. So if that's what you want to do, then yeah, go for it. So what we're doing is we're putting some of that black, we're using carbon. We're putting it on the side of her eye. If you guys can visualize Miss Pac-Man, it's kind of like a V. That's kind of how you want to do it. So turn over this way. You kind of want to make a sideways V on her eye and blend it in with those other eyeshadows. See? Open your eye. So we're getting real sultry now. Same thing on the other side. It's a sideways V. So you want to kind of smoke it up, bring it up in the crease a little bit, and then bring it down towards the lash line. See that? Don't worry if it got a little shadowy and messy over there, because we're going to clean that up later. Remember, we didn't do her skin yet. We didn't do foundation. It's all about the eyes right now. So we can go ahead and you can kind of be bold and be a little bit messy. It gets messy, which is okay because you can just wipe it up later. All right. Any questions about that so far? That's beautiful. Thank you. Hi, Corinne. Look at the, yes, nice and smoky. I like to have a little bit of fun. So what I'm going to do is add some shimmer. Again, let's see. I have so much makeup, it's crazy. And I only wear mascara. That's only on Sundays because I really don't know how to apply it. Practice, 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 practice. It is a process. It's not something that you're going to catch and pick up overnight, but practice with it. Take the steps, you're already halfway there. You're watching this class. So far, you're going to learn how to do a smoky eye. I hope you're at home right now working with me. If not, it's going to be on video. You can see it over and over again. Beautiful makeup. What it does is just enhance the beauty that you already have. We're not changing Raquel's features. We're not doing anything crazy to her face. We're just enhancing her already beautiful eyes. So that's what makeup is all about. It should be fun, and again, it's just makeup. If you don't like it, get you a nice one of these. I love these guys. Take it off. But at least start somewhere. You said you only do it on Sundays. Try Saturday night. Try putting some makeup on Saturday night, playing with your makeup palette. So what we're going to do is we're going to spark up her smoky eye a little bit just for fun. So I'm going to put a little highlight right here in the middle of her eye, right where her pupil would be, just because I want to bring attention to that area in her eye. Good, exactly, just enhancing. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it too. Hey, Phoebe. Put some more right there. That same highlight I'm going to put under her brow a little bit, just on the brow bone. And then I'm going to take a small brush and put it in her inner crease. Hi, First Lady. That is First Lady Barbara Smith Taylor. She is who the Lady B lash is named after. Can you give us the eyeshadow colors for the smoky eye? Absolutely. It is Juvia's Place. I don't know if you guys know. Love Michelle. Yes, it's called the Halo, what I just did on her, and I'll go back to that as well. It is the Chocolates palette by Juvia's Place, and the eyeshadow that I used on her. So the way these palettes work, because it's a palette, it doesn't have the name. So it's just the chocolate palette, and it is this middle guy right here. It's just a chocolate palette. That's the name of it. It doesn't have individual names for the eyeshadow. So that's what that is. Carbon from MAC and Brown Script from MAC. Okay. And the eyeliner that I used on her waterline was Smolder. Okay. Smolder from MAC. Thank you for that, First Lady. And to go back to her highlight, when we put the eyeshadow over her pupil like this, it is called, this technique is called Halo. And look up a little bit. But that is another technique that I'm just stealing a little bit from my smoky eye. We'll do Halo eyes another time. But yes, Michelle, it is called the Halo. So I'm going to grab some eyeliner. This is my favorite part. I use the Sephora Eyeliner Liquid Intense Liquid Eyeliner. It is waterproof. I love this because, especially for Sundays at church, for us church girls who go to church and cry a lot and you don't want your makeup running down. So that's why I like to use waterproof. It is already clean. We cleaned everything. So you're going to put your head down like this. Yeah. So again, our eyes are round, right? No one has a straight eye. So when it comes to doing eyeliner, don't think that you got to go straight across. It's never going to work. You're never going to get a straight line trying to build a straight line on a round eye. The best way to do it is to start from the middle and to keep going. Make it connect. So that's what we're going to do on her. We're going to start from the middle. You see, I just did one section so far. I'm not trying to draw a line straight across. That is not realistic. I'm going to keep going. And I went all the way to her inner crease, and now I'm going to go out. Any more questions, ladies? I'm not doing a full wing on Raquel because the look for today is a smoky eye, not so much a wing, but I did do a wing on her just so that her eye has some definition. See that? Ooh, you're looking like a cute girl. Then we're going to do the other side. Middle out. It's a process. Here we go. Nice straight line. How you feel so far? She's like, yes, where we going? All right, now we're going to get into the fun part. We're going to do some lashes. So what we're really here for is, like Denise said, I've been doing makeup for 23 years. And during the pandemic, as a lot of people started their businesses, that's when I started mine. I created Miss Rea's Lashes, which is, thank you, Charlotte, which is a brand of mink lashes. How you feel about colored eyeliner? Yes, I'll get to that. I love my friends are on here busting out the questions. I love colored eyeliner. That's the time that you can play with blue. You asked about blue eyeshadow before. That's when I would play with blue. Do a blue eyeliner. I love colored eyeliner. It's fun, it's easy, it's safe. Start with eyeliner and then take it from there. I love to use blues, purples. If you want to do a little bit of color theory, if you have green eyes, purple is what's going to make your eyes pop the most. So you want to do some dark purple eyeliner. It'll bring your eyes out nice. I love color eyeliner. Back to Miss Rea's lashes. Started it during the pandemic, so almost 3 years in business, and it's been absolutely amazing. I named my lashes after all of the women that inspired my life and shaped the person that I am in some way. I have the Lurvy lash, which is named after my mother. Barbara, the Lady B, named after my first lady. Michelle Elaine. Today I'm wearing the Ellie lashes. Michelle, when I first started my line, she was like, I love that you have all these lashes, but they're very natural, because that's where I feel comfortable. And she was like, you need to have something for everybody. You got to throw some dramatic lashes in there. And I was like, you know what? You're right. So I threw in some Ellies and some Nichelles, which are just nicknames of Michelle and Elaine. But this is the packaging. I love, love, love this packaging. Comes in this like beautiful drawer with a diamond on the edge. It's very girly, like myself. These are the Sh Rea lash, which is obviously named after me. This is what we're going to put on her today. I also have my Spring Bling collection, which is a more reasonable price point. You still get the same mink lashes, which you can use up to 30 times, but in a different packaging that is not as expensive as the diamond draw over here. I did this last spring as a spring collection, and it was so successful that I still have it. I think I'm going to keep it around much longer, but those are the two packagings that you can get your mink lashes on. And these are both the Sh Rea lash. So Raquel wears individuals, and they are pretty. She's a lash girl, and I love my lash girls. So we're going to add a Sh Rea lash on top. Most times when I do photo shoots, because the light sucks up a lot of the makeup, I stack lashes. So it's not uncommon. I'm stacking lashes all the time. What a sweet gesture, naming lashes after those who inspired you in some way. Yes, all of my lashes are named after the women that shaped my life. I have the Wanda lash, Denise, Maya, Elaine, Ellie, Michelle, Lady B. Like I said, after my first lady, I go to Center Hope International, where Bishop Mitchell G. Taylor is the pastor, and First Lady, Lady B, is his wife. So that's what those lashes are named after. Lady B is one of my most popular lashes that I put on my church ladies when we do the clergy photos. When I'm over there with Jeff, everyone wears a Lady B lash. So it's very elegant and it's still sexy at the same time. That's what she embodies to me. So that's why I named Lady B after her. All right, so we're going to put some lashes on. I know this is a lot of people struggle with putting on lashes. It is like the number one thing people ask me for. And along with my business, I do offer you can get lash applications where my mother's friend, a minister at my church, her name is Sharon Moore. She is probably my number one client. She books lash applications at least once every 2 weeks. I'm like, you have so many lashes by now. But you could go right on my website and book a lash application. I will come to where you are and apply the lashes for you. I do use the safest glue. Again, I am MAC trained, and large corporations are always safe. So I do use Duo. It is a water-soluble glue. It is the safest thing for your eye. It does not last as long as whatever, I'm not even going to say the glue that you guys use when you put on those lashes. No judgment. But I just use what is the safest for the eye, and this is the safest glue. It does not last 2 weeks. It's going to last you about 2 to 3 days, so you want to keep applying them. No, if you want to take my mink lashes and get the glue that lasts a little bit longer, that's fine. Just make sure it's made for the eye. Stop using weave bonding glue in your lashes. I said it. I said what I said. All right, so we're gonna put some Rea lashes, which is similar to what Raquel already has. So what I did while I was talking is I squeezed out some glue because you want it to get tacky. One of the main things is you want to shape the lash to your eye. I already pre-shaped them for us off camera, and you want to cut. It is okay to cut the lashes. Cut them. Cut them where they need to be cut. I want you to cut them because they should fit. They should be comfortable. You don't want them slipping off. You don't want them too long. You don't want them poking your inner crease. So even if you feel like my eye is big, I can fit it, I don't care. Cut the two corners off. I said so. Cut the two corners off. Just do it. This way the lash will be more comfortable, okay? I like to take a Q-tip. I already poured out the glue so that it's a little getting tacky. The lash is here. I'm going to take some glue on a Q-tip and put it right on the lash line. So it should look like this. Yeah, you want to cut the outside of the edges. Don't cut the length of the lash. If you want shorter lashes, buy shorter lashes. Just cut the edges on each side, okay? Cut them, cut them, cut them. Sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, there's been photo shoots where I've cut this whole lash strip into little individual pieces and placed them where I wanted them. You can absolutely cut them. Yeah. Now, if you you might not want to cut your mink lashes that you spent $25 on, but if you just at least cut the corners so that they fit your eye. Okay. So now that they're nice and trimmed for her eye shape, you want to put them as close to the eyelash as possible. That's why it's best to do eyeliner first. So you just put it right where the eyeliner is. And voila. That was like the easiest thing ever, right? I know. It looks easy, but I understand it's hard when you're doing it yourself. But what's going to help you is, like I said, if you trim the edges. So I'm going to do it for you again on this lash. This is the Rea lash that we're using here. You're going to cut one corner, one on each side. Trim each side. So this way there's no poking, there's nothing pinching you. It fits your eye shape. Some people, like my friend Elaine, she has small eyes, so I have to cut a lot more when I'm putting lashes on her just to fit her eye shape. But it's very important that it fits your eye shape. Otherwise, it's not going to be comfortable. And it doesn't look good. You don't want your lash hanging out on either corner. That's not a good look. So cut it down. Ready? Put the other one on. The glue's tacky, so it's not going to move around. And putting it right where the eyeliner is. Voila. We're done. She's so cute. I know Michelle, she loves doing eyeshadow and she's very good at it, but applying lashes is really hard for her. But again, practice, practice, practice. God is always fair. Thank you, Corinne. I always joke and say God is fair because Michelle can do some hair and I can't do hair at all, but she can apply lashes and I can. So if we could just marry that to each other, then we'll be great. So we're going to apply some mascara on the bottom lashes because I love that. I know how to, yes, Elaine knows how to put her lashes on. Yes, you do, Elaine. All right. So I always say make a fish face. I know that's going to be really awkward. Yeah, there you go. Look up. Yes, it's really going to let me get in there. Oh my God, her lashes are absolutely amazing. Look at that. Look how smoky that is. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, enhancing what she already has. She has beautiful long lashes, and we just put some mascara at the bottom. Look up. Let me get the other one. Get in there. Yeah, there you go. So pretty. And just because I'm going to go in again and kind of look up for me, spread some of that residual mascara around and kind of make it smoky. Smokier, if that's a word. Give them a look, Raquel. More questions so far. So now that our smoky eye is done, our lashes are applied, it's time to go in for everything else. So I'm going to take the wipe again. I love to use Neutrogena makeup wipes. I'm going to go in, look up for me, clean up anything underneath our eye that fell down. Wipe any of that away. This is why it's best to do the eyes first, because if you had your foundation on already, and some people can do it. I've seen tutorials where people do it, and I'm like, okay. But in MAC, we were taught to do eyes first. So I'm just used to that. It's working smarter, not harder. Look up. Yes. Drink some water. Excuse me, guys. All right. Yes, those are the best makeup wipes. Yes, I love them. They move waterproof makeup products and in a gentle way. They're nice and easy on the skin because good makeup starts with good skincare. So you definitely want to have your skincare done. I do eyes last. It's not that it's wrong, Michelle. It's just it's harder. Some people, like I said, I've seen makeup tutorials where girls will actually do a smoky eye and nothing falls down and they just got it down to this science where they can do it. And that's great. But for the last 20 years, this is the way that I was taught. And it's just easier. It's just working smarter. But either way works. So nothing is wrong. It's art, it's not wrong. All right. So we are going to go ahead and put a little bit of foundation on her skin. She has beautiful skin, so we don't need a lot, just a pea-size amount. I'm using Pro Longwear Nourishing Foundation, waterproof foundation from MAC Cosmetics. So we're going to use a little NC40s. Excuse me, 47. NC47. So I like to use a dual fiber brush because, again, it applies the makeup more natural. And this is, I use a pea-size amount on my hand, and I took a little bit of that. And we're just going to brush it onto her skin. As you can see, it's already given that beautiful little glow. She doesn't need a lot. Look at that. Little bit goes a long way, especially when you have a real good brush. I will say brushes do make a lot of the difference. Sponges kind of soak up the product, so it depends on what technique you're doing. But I would definitely invest in some really good brushes. You get some good brushes, depending on the company, the brand. MAC brushes last forever. I have my brushes for years, 10 years, maybe longer. Look at her skin already. I mean, Apostle Young. How are you? I love you so much. All right, so we're going to put some concealer. So we're going to highlight her a little bit, more of a trendy highlight, not natural highlight. We want to really give her that glow underneath her eyes. Not everybody likes that look. I love to do it, but we're going to do that on Raquel today. It's something she asked me for a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, we can make that happen. She's like, I like that look. I'm like, I like it too, girl. Let's do it. Okay. All right. So to make that happen, I'm going for a concealer that is much lighter than her skin tone. Look up for me. So I'm going to kind of lay it down there and here. See that? I put it there and here because we always want to look young and lifted, right? So if I put the concealer here, it's going to lift her eye. Put it here, it's going to highlight her inner crease. And then I'm just going to blend it down. Look straight ahead. See the difference? You can visually see the difference, which is what we want. This is, thank you, Raquel. Keep forgetting. Fenty. I love, again, black owned. I love Fenty products. This is Fenty in number 350. Now we're creating a look here, so that's why it's so much dramatically lighter, and it's gonna all come together in a little bit. But I suggest that you get a concealer that is going to cover up whatever you have going on underneath your eyes. If you have brown, dark circles, you want to go for something warmer to cancel that out. And look up. And we're going to put some baking powder. I know you guys hear that term all the time, baking, right? I like to use Morphe Banana Rich. It's called Bake and Set Powder. And it is loose. So with loose powder, it's best to just pour some in the cap, tap it, so that you're not putting so much product on the brush. Look up for me. Made you sneeze. Look up. Then we're gonna take some, my absolute favorite powder from MAC, Mineralized Skin Finish and Natural. And we're using medium deep on Raquel. So all over mineral powder, it's water-based powder, and it applies natural. It looks like you're putting skin on. That's what I love about it. And it photographs well. So we're bringing it all together. We're gonna do a little bit of contour on Rock. I like, again, black owned, Juvia's Place. For her palettes, they don't name the individual powders, just like they don't name the individual eyeshadows. So chocolate palette and bronze palette and deep dark. Baking makes under the eyes look dry sometimes. Any suggestions? Yes, you want to start with your concealer. Make sure that your concealer has some jojoba oil in it, something that's moisturizing, especially for underneath the eyes. Anytime dealing with skin, you want to keep it moist. So you want to use something that has some jojoba oil in it, okay? And then when it comes to your baking powder, try to get a water-based powder so it's not as drying, and use less product. You don't need a lot of it. If you have really, really dry skin and really dry under eyes, I would probably use the Mineralized Skin Finish because it's a water-based powder versus the Morphe one. So that's just something to keep in mind. Good point, Michelle. It's very true. If baking can dry, and anything that looks too dry is going to be cracking, and you don't want that look. That's not the look that we're going for, okay? I have a question from one of the girls at Red Rooster. She said, how do you feel about the trending beauty supply concealer? What's the name of it? NYX. I used to work for NYX when I worked for L'Oreal. I like NYX products. I would say the thing about those products is hard to try. So just they are a cheaper price point. So grab a few. Get a few and just try them out, and see, look what the ingredients are and see that it goes and make sure it goes with your skin. That's all. Makeup is makeup, I love all types of makeup. My favorite products are MAC Cosmetics, Fenty, and Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place is a great price point. This eyeshadow palette, this bronzing palette, it's only $18. $18, for luxury makeup. That's amazing. So you don't have to go for the expensive products, but just everything is trial and error. See if it works for you. Just like skincare, you got to see what works, So we're going to do a little contour with this on her. So turn to the side so that they can see. I want them to really see what's going to happen to your cheeks. So, she already kind of has that going on. So you want to follow what's already there. So I'm going to show you with the clean brush. Feeling her bones. This is where I would want to contour, right? So I'm going to take a little bit of, I like to mix them both and slightly brush it on. See that? See what it did to her cheekbones compared to the other side? And to me, it is like one of the most sexy, most beautiful things. I love, love, love a high cheekbone contour. So for time purposes, I'm going to add her highlight just so that you can see that. I'm going to throw a little lip on, and then we're going to go. Any more questions? Look how beautiful. Raquel keeps looking through her LED light from Miss Rea's lashes. If you don't have one of these, make sure you get you one of these. It's the perfect lighting if you're on a train or whatever, you're at a restaurant, you want to pull out and, put your lip on, pop on the light, and there you go. Exclusively at Miss Rea's lashes. Shameless plug there. My favorite lipstick, Giselle. That's my sister, Giselle. We have a Giselle lash, which is my most dramatic lash. My favorite lipstick is Ruby Pew from MAC Cosmetics. It's red. I wear it almost every day. It's the liquid version of Ruby Woo. But yeah, so here's Raquel. She is finished. This is our smoky eye look. I wish we had more time, but we don't. So thank you for saying that the mirror is the best. This is her smoky eye look. And, I'm going to add a lip on her and make sure she's good to go for when she goes out tonight. Thank you, Raquel, for being a good sport.
I love it.
More than thankful that you tuned in with us this evening. We hope you enjoyed the experience enough to tell two people about the Denise Newsome Show. Rea, your work is perfect. Your demonstration was perfect. I tell you, your vibe and lesson, perfect. What a perfect night.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
I'm sorry?
Thanks for having me.
Sure. You're more than welcome, and you're more than welcome to come back. Thank you for appearing on the show. It was a pleasure. Keep making your clients your look beautiful, naturally beautiful. I can't even describe it, but you got skills, girl. You got skills. I would like to thank Derek White, our streaming manager, engineer, for making the Denise Newsome Show look its best. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for tuning in to this evening's broadcast. The Denise Newsome Show, the show that gives credit where credit is due, has a new monthly show schedule. New show times are as follows. The first Monday of the month will be a powerful word of God. The second Monday is In Your Element, where our guests share their gifts and talents. On the third Monday, join the ladies of Mask Off, where authentic conversations happen, with our hostesses Denise Newsome, Sybil Price Rucker, and Deirdre Moody. And on the fourth Monday is Sitting with Denise. All show times are from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share at The Denise Newsome Show. Increase your brand's awareness by advertising with The Denise Newsome Show. Let Denise help you to get your message out. She offers a 30-second video commercial or voiceover flyer with your information. Contact Denise at denisenewsome.com or email her at denisenewsome64@gmail.com for more information. Help The Denise Newsome Show give credit where credit is due. You can contact Denise today at www.denisenewsome.com or by emailing her at denisenewsome64@gmail.com with a love offering or sponsorship gift to help her keep the show running. You are appreciated at The Denise Newsome Show, and she looks forward to hearing from you. The views and opinions expressed in the content or comments on The Denise Newsome Show are those of the guest and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by The Denise Newsome Show.